What's up? What's up, man?
How's it feeling? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good.
How's your week? How your week went, man? It's been a pretty festive week, to say the least.
My week was long, but the homie got engaged.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to them. I gotta say, I remember last year at this time period, I was saying to myself, damn, I don't know enough people who are getting engaged or like getting married. Like, I think last year your wedding was the first wedding I attended in years.
And then came your brother. And then just like a whole bunch of other.
Yeah. And then like it's just like, I don't know if it's my environment. I mean, it's a good feeling because I'm pushing 30, so I feel like I'm in the right space.
So are you next?
Whoa, relax, man. Relax.
Too much dip in my chair.
Relax. It's actually funny that you asked that because today we talking about enjoying it. We're enjoying.
Okay.
We're enjoying the feeling of being single.
So, are you enjoying it?
Yes, actually. Yes. Like, all right, I want to be very clear. I just watched two of my favorite people in the world get engaged yesterday.
Okay.
And it's a beautiful feeling. I would love to be that guy that's on one knee. I would love to be the guy who proposes. I would love to be the guy who's preparing for a wedding. I'd love to be a guy who's married with a family and stuff like that. And I would love all of these things, but at its right time. One thing I never want to do is have to sit back down the line and question if I made the right move. Because forever is a long time. So I want when I make that decision that I never have any notion of looking back. Because the fact about it, I have a pretty good single life. I'm not complaining about being single. I'm not pressed to get into a relationship. I want to get into a relationship because I want better things for my life, but I'm not pressed to leave that life. And I think that's what Tasha was trying to say on the last episode about being selectively single. Okay. But I don't think I'm selectively single. I think I'm embracing single.
So how have you embraced it? Wait, matter of fact, go with yours. I'm gonna put a pin in my question. Go ask your question.
So, of course, everyone's aware that you are a married man. But what were some of your best single moments? Like, if you could backtrack, like, what did you appreciate the most about your singledom?
Having money.
You're damn right. Yes, sir.
Having money. Like,
all of it was yours.
Yeah. and doing what the hell I wanted with it. Like, I didn't have to cross check with nobody. I didn't have to tell nobody, hey, babe, I'm gonna take a little bit out. I just did it. Like,
nah, I get you. I definitely get you.
I could just I could just spend crazy.
It's actually funny that you mentioned that because there are people who have multiple women, and I think I saw on another podcast, I was watching a clip, and they were talking about like, yo, you have a lot of time on your hands. Or something about like you have a lot of time on your hands, or you're wasting a lot of time because you have so many women. Like, you're spending X amount of money on each of these women to keep them satisfied. And I'm like, damn.
And you know what? Like, that was one of the things that kept me from serially dating. Like, just dating multiple girls at the same time. Like, that to me was just a problem because I feel like you really spend a lot of money. Like, especially like, there's some girls, they might be that type of girl that you have to take on that expensive date. Or there's that type of girl that you have to take on like that inexpensive date. But what if you end up with a bunch of those girls that like expensive dates?
Yo, it ain't tricking if you got it, I guess. Yo,
no, but think about it though.
Yo, I couldn't do it.
Like me personally, like when I was dating, like you got to pick the spots. Like, you know, my spot was Houlihan.
Yo, bro, you gotta let it go. Didn't you just say they closed? Bro, let it go. All I keep hearing about these Hootahans, man. There's a world of better restaurants.
No, but there were a lot of hole in the wall spots like Pies and Thighs.
Okay.
You know, in Brooklyn. And to me, that date right there, you're not breaking $100 with that date, because you take it to Pies and Thighs, right? Mm-hmm. And then you take her across the street. There's this bar that's like right across the street from Pies and Thighs, and you probably get a couple of drinks and probably spend like $40 with tip.
It's not bad.
So that's a good date to me.
It's not bad.
Or you could take a bowling.
Bowling is always an option. So,
but dating multiple women to me was a problem, because you spend more than dating just one girl.
Yeah. And also a point that they were making was that when you're spending so much time dating multiple women, you're not getting what you need to get done. Like when you have one woman, and when they said that, I think it made perfect sense. Like when you have one woman, you succeed more. You accomplish a whole lot more when you have one person, because that one person is challenging you and you're pushing yourself to new lengths with that one person. But if you got somebody from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday down the line to Sunday, when do you have time to work on your passions or your goals or whatever you're striving for? So that definitely resonated to me when I saw that. So I definitely agree with you when you say, being single, you save a lot of money.
And then you got to remember their names.
That's a whole nother thing too.
There was Keisha, Letitia,
Linda, Felicia, Dawn, LaShawn,
Cheyenne, Inez, and Alicia. Like I don't ever.
Shout out to X.
I don't ever want to be that person in that position, feeling like they have to sing that song.
Yeah, big facts.
Because you got to remember the names, you got to remember the jokes, you got to remember the conversations.
Yeah. And
I spoke about that last season. But it's like you got to remember these things.
Yeah, you got to really backtrack to these things,
bro.
And then imagine if you mess it up. Imagine if you start mixing up information with people. Then you just get yourself in a whole ditch.
You hear like a rumbling?
Nah, bro.
Is that me?
You hungry, bro? Did you eat before this?
Was that a fat man joke?
Hey, man. I got nothing but love for y'all. Y'all my dogs. Y'all funny. Y'all funny.
Oh, man.
Y'all funny, but y'all also hungry.
But, all right. So, now I'm going to unpin that question. So, you asked me about, like, my, what I missed, and I missed the bread. Like, I missed the flexibility of having to spend whenever I felt like it. Mm-hmm. So, now I'm going to ask you the question. How have you embraced being single?
I've reclaimed a lot of my time. For me, as much as I love companionship, as much as I love to be social, I do like to be alone at times. I do like my alone time where I can work on whatever it is that I need to work on. So I've reclaimed my time with being single. That, and I've learned about who I am. What am I into? What are my passions that are not directly connected to anybody else?
Okay.
So it's I don't know. For me personally, I think it's been fun. And like, I feel like in being single, even going out and dating while being single, every date that I've ever been on, I learned something from those dates. Whether it's a trait that person had that's not for me, or something that I needed to add to my mental list of, oh yeah, I need whomever comes into my life permanently next, I need them to have that trait.
Okay.
So yeah, it's my experience of being single has been an exploration of ideas of what it is that I would want in the next person, but also how that collides with who I am. Because I'm constant, every single day, I'm constantly learning more about myself. It's not to say that when I was in a relationship that I wasn't learning about myself, but now there's no background noise. I don't have to tend to somebody else's needs. I can really focus and gear in on who I am.
Have you had anybody like really try to come and like take you out the element?
Take me out the element. I'm going to say no, because ultimately somebody coming to take me out of my element sounds like a distraction.
So basically the person that comes into your life should not be able to interrupt your flow of how you're moving now.
Not interrupt, add. You should be able to add or multiply into what I've already got going on. Same way I would feel as though I'm doing the same to you. I'm not interrupting what you've got going on. I'm just trying to add or multiply to where you are personally at. Okay. So,
fair enough.
Yeah. So, yeah, no. I haven't had anybody bring me out of that element, mainly because I feel like it would be a distraction. With everything that I personally have going on right now, it's for somebody to take me out of that focus, they'd be a distraction. Like, if you're going to come into my life, you'd have to hear me out, like really listen to what I'm talking about, what I'm rapping about, and hear what it is that what I'm striving for. And if that's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not.
Do you think a lot of people have problems achieving the level of peace that I see you? Because I see you have a peace that you found. Do you feel like people have problems achieving that peace? Because you really are comfortable single. Like, I see it.
There's no right or wrong answer. No right or wrong way to answer that. It's more so my peace came after a lot of pain.
Okay.
And a lot of pain and reflection. It took pain and then it took reflection about the pain for me to get to my peace.
Okay.
Like there are a lot of, if you were talking to me about 2-3 years ago, it's an entirely different person that you're talking to now. There are certain things that I won't do anymore. There are certain behaviors that I won't partake in anymore. Okay. But yes, thank you for acknowledging that. But yes, I am at peace with being single. Does that mean I wouldn't like to get into a relationship right now? Absolutely not. I would love to get into a relationship, but it would have to be with that right person. Okay.
So that leads into this next point. So single versus relationship.
Benefits. Benefits of being single versus being in a relationship. Like you said, saving a whole lot of money. Prioritizing yourself.
Oh, that's what this was?
Yeah.
It was the benefits?
Yeah. What are the benefits? What you thought? What would I rather?
I was just, yeah.
What would I rather? Ideally, I would love to be in a relationship. Two heads work better than one. I'm a hungry person. So if I meet somebody who's just as ambitious, just as hungry, just as career driven, we could save the world. Ideally, I would like a Lois to my Clark.
So she gotta be fashionable. She gotta be.
It's
on point.
It's a plethora of things.
She gotta smell good.
What are you asking me? What my type is?
Yeah, because I think the world wants to know.
My type is geared more towards how I vibe with that person and how much we connect.
So she could be like skyscraper tall.
I've never done that. I've never come across anybody who's caught my attention that's like skyscraper tall.
But you would climb that tree.
If that person grabs my attention, sure. I'm not writing anybody off because they're tall. I'm quite comfortable within myself.
You wrote off that midget. I'm just saying.
Y'all not gonna keep bringing this up on every episode. That's what y'all not gonna do.
Nah,
But
it was there, bro. You hung it and you dangled it in front of me,
bro.
That's why I just came at you.
We went to eat. I took a chance. We went to eat. That's it.
But I respect that you still sat. Like I respect that you still ate with her. And like,
yeah, I'm not gonna write her off. I'm never gonna see her again, but I ain't gonna write her off.
Because some dudes would have seen her and be like, "Who? my name's not Rico.
No hablo.
My name's Justin.
No hablo inglés.
No inglés."
But nah, I'm not writing anybody off. I'm open to possibilities. Like I said, every date that you go on, every interaction, you learn a little bit more about yourself. Maybe I might go out with a tall person and really connect with them and say, hey, you know what? Maybe I might look more into tall women. Maybe that might be my thing.
Okay. Well, I vote relationship because, well, I'm married, so I vote relationship.
Is that really a question?
Two heads are better than one. I just really feel like relationship, like people are more fulfilled with someone else. Like I hear people say, "Oh, stop forcing relationships on people and singleness."
No, I second that. Stop forcing relationships. Like one thing that really grinds my gears is people forcing a relationship down your throat. That's why I feel when people feel the way about that. Like, don't like. All right, like yesterday. Yesterday, my boy proposed to my homegirl, and then the first thing that people are coming up to me and saying, "Yo, you next. So when is your time? Relax." Granted, I know a lot of people are joking around, which is fine. I'm all for joking.
Yeah.
But there are some people that are dead serious, asking like, "Yo, when is your time? When you gonna stop being in the streets?" I'm like, "Yo." Just because I'm not in a relationship doesn't necessarily mean I'm in the streets. It just means that I'm taking my time. I'm not about to, once again, as I said in the beginning, I'm not rushing to leave my single life to end up back single.
Okay.
Let me fill somebody out. Let me connect with somebody. Let me check off somebody's boxes. Let them check off my boxes. And let's see if we could do this thing long term. Ideally, forever is a long time.
Sometimes and forever.
It's me.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just had to sing that.
I'm done.
But, okay, so the benefits of single versus being in a relationship.
I just said that. I just told you what that was. Like you
said.
said.
I thought it was so you. All right, I'm having a slow-mo moment. It's been a long week, y'all.
Nah, it's cool. It's
so
cool.
Like
benefits being you're saving money. You know, you're prioritizing yourself. You don't have to prioritize anybody else. You can be very selfish with your time. When you're single, that's when you can be selfish, because it's so wrong to be selfish when you're in a relationship. So if you are in that period of time where you need to be selfish, which is not entirely a bad thing, but if you know you need to be selfish, then single's for you. That's entirely a benefit. But
and we know you're selfish.
I'm not selfish.
I'm joking. I'm
selfish.
I came for you.
But and then you got your benefits in a relationship. Benefits of the relationship is like a full-time job. You get dental. You get you get full-time benefits. You get everything. You get companionship. You get somebody who's going to encourage you. You get somebody who is going to pray for you. You get somebody who's your best friend. All in one. In one. You're getting your group chat into one person.
This nigga said the group chat.
You're getting somebody who you could crack jokes with. Okay. You're getting somebody who you could do your silliest things with without judgment. You got somebody who you can make mistakes in front of that will never look no differently.
So
I know he about to act something crazy too. That's the worst part about it.
You ain't have them withdrawal nights?
Withdrawal?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You know, the nights you wake up shaking. Them nights you wake up lonely. It's raining outside. Thunder's clapping.
Do I have withdrawal moments about being in a relationship? About being in a relationship, period? Yes, I have my moments. About backtracking to my previous relationship, nah. But about being in a relationship, period, like generally, yes. So, but I feel like a lot of people do.
Yo, you hear the Haitian parents laughing in the background?
Yeah, OD.
Yo,
OD.
son.
OD. I want to know what the joke is, though. That's what I really got to know.
I do too.
But one thing I definitely want to encourage people to do, especially if you are currently single, have fun while dating. There's nothing wrong with having fun while dating. Like, there are a lot of people, and I tried to touch on this on the last episode too. There are a lot of people who hate dating because they naturally don't know how to date. But there is really nothing wrong with dating and getting to know someone. Because I can't stress this no more. You learn more about yourself as you date. You don't have to every single person that you date you don't have to necessarily have an agenda. Sometimes you just are looking for company. You're looking for a good laugh. You're looking to have a drink with somebody other than your friends. There's nothing wrong with that. And you never know how it's going to go. You never know how it's going to go. Whether maybe the person talks too much and you're like, yeah, that's something I got to consider. Like, if that person talks too much, I don't know. Or if you never paid attention to the people's mannerisms or manners when they go out to eat. Oh, they don't know how to hold a fork and knife. Yeah, that's not for me. But you never knew that because you never dated to like really put that into attention. You know what I mean? So enjoy it. Have fun.
You be looking at that?
What?
Like they don't use forks and
subconsciously, yeah. Subconsciously, yeah. So like if I'm out, if we're going out to dinner, like I'm dressed down to shoes. You're wearing a dress. You're looking fabulous.
Okay.
And we're going out fine dining, and platters come out. This platter that's in front of your face requires you to eat with a fork and knife, and you do not know how to eat with a fork and knife.
But what if she makes the effort?
What's the effort? Telling me that you don't know how to eat with a fork and knife?
Yeah.
I'd rather you tell me that you don't know how to eat with a fork and knife than to try and look stupid. Yo, I call it like it is.
Yo,
vice versa.
Your face right now.
Vice versa. If I were to do that to a woman who is well versed with fine dining, they would look at me crazy.
Oh, so you're a fine diner?
I am. I'm well versed. It's not always just sweats, t-shirts, and hats. You know, when I do my thing, I do my thing.
My bad, big fella.
When I do my thing, I
my
do
bad.
my thing. You know?
My bad.
When I try. I really do. But stuff like that, I pay attention to. But once again, you gotta know who you dating.
So you basically a Marcus.
Who?
Marcus from Boomerang. Marcus.
Yes.
Her feet gotta be right.
Yes. I do pay attention to
You know what's crazy? You remind me of Marcus. Like your mannerisms.
Yeah.
Your swag, how you carry yourself.
You know, watching Boomerang as an adult, I do feel like I relate to Marcus.
Like you a modern day Marcus. Like yesterday when I walked up, you was dressed like Marcus. Yo, let me paint the picture for you. I pull up, right? Rico's wearing he's wearing a black turtleneck, black was it jeans or just pants?
Yeah, it was denim.
Black denim jeans, and these black cowboy boots.
It was Chelsea boots,
but Chelsea cowboy boots, the cowboy version, like with the high insole,
stacked heel.
Yeah, and then had the Gucci belt, right? Hair slicked back, all twisted and slick, like. Yo, my son was looking good. You feel me? Like, if he walked out that place without something, his swag is off.
I'm done.
But you really remind me of yo, and I'm talking about the turtleneck was tucked into the pants so you can see the belt. No belly, no belly hangage, and he was just walking. And he was looking all important this shit, walking in and out, doing shit that single people do.
Wow, I feel attacked.
No, don't be. No,
I'm messing with you.
Don't feel attacked. It's just.
I do hold myself to a certain standard, and I do feel as though whomever comes into my life, personally for me, would have to hold themselves to a certain standard as well. Like if I'm once again, like you saw how I looked yesterday. Like I would expect that same volume of energy to be put into my lady's fit if I had a lady with me that last night. So yeah, I pay attention to stuff like that. Like if your nails are done, but also keep in mind, I will pay for that. I will pay for that. Like if you're my woman, and if I'm requiring that from you, because of course everybody's week is not the best week, but if you need to get your nails done, I like to see you in a certain manner. I will pay for your nails to get done. If your hair needs to get done, I will pay for your hair to get done. So you are my woman.
So you're paying $100?
If you're my woman, I would.
Yo,
I'm not just doing that for anybody.
Let's take a sidebar real quick.
Rap with me.
I have a problem with the fact that it costs almost $200-$300 for these girls to get their nails done,
bro. I let that go a long time.
I have a problem with that. That's an issue for me.
I knew shit was real the very first time I went to go get a mani and pedi, and my mani and pedi and my ex-girlfriend at the time, her mani and pedi, the prices were drastically different.
Yo, and
I even got the fancy stuff with the squishy stuff for my feet. The squishy jelly shit. Yeah, I even did that shit. And that shit was about 2 times what I was paying. I went to the register mad confused, like,
wow.
What?
I don't know. I have an issue with that. Like some girls, one of their main things are, if you can't pay for me to get my hair, my nails done and my hair done. And let's not even talk about the hair. That's a different conversation, because y'all get them hairs from everywhere. Indonesia.
Shout out to the natural hair women, man. I appreciate y'all.
I love the naturalistas, man.
Yo, appreciate y'all.
Like,
y'all save a headache and money. Well, no, I can't even say that, because natural hair products are expensive.
They are. They are,
bro.
But look, I'd rather pay for that than the exchanges. There's a lot of exchanges. I feel like some of these girls are like my players in the 2K world. Like,
that's a fact.
You know, when you're in the middle of the season and you get tired of this hairstyle and you just go and you switch it.
That's a fact.
That's what it is with some of these females. But back to the topic. Have you been having fun dating?
Yeah. I've been having a lot of fun. Like, I've learned a lot about myself.
What have you learned?
Things that I want and things that I don't, or things that matter to me, I should say, and things that don't matter. Like for me, something new that's a new development for me in my singledom has been compatibility.
Okay.
And I've never really paid attention to it, but not to this degree.
Okay.
So compatibility is a very big thing for me. Like the things that we have in common further and deeper than the surface. Like it's not just are you good enough to bring to my family? Now we gotta dig deeper. Are you someone that I can coexist with?
And you haven't felt like you found that coexistence yet?
Not quite. Not yet.
Wow.
I mean, I'm single.
Oh shit.
I mean,
hold up.
what you want me to tell you?
I'm just saying, shit. I mean, you never know. I mean, I know, but the world didn't know. The world probably assumed.
But one thing while having fun being single that I encourage people to do is to just build your resume. Just build your resume at the end of the day, because that resume is going to teach you all the things that you need to know for your next relationship. Because the last thing you want to do is go into another relationship not while questioning like, yo, I didn't get to do this while I was single. Or one of the biggest challenges is being in a relationship or being in a relationship around people who are not.
Okay. Because
you're vicariously living through your single friends because that's not your life anymore. But the last thing you ever want to do is say to yourself like, damn, I wish I was single to do that shit. Damn. Nah. I want to be able to say that I was single proudly. I enjoyed my single life proudly. The only like you just said that whole I wish I was single. The only thing I wish I could do when I was single was the traveling part. I never like traveled with my friends. Okay.
Like single, like the DR and the Vegas, and my wife just looked at me like,
I'm like, yo, bro, but careful what you say.
Like the DR and like the Vegas and the Mexico during spring break. Even when we were out of college, like I wish I did those. Cause it's a different experience. Cause it's like people have given me their experiences going single and going when they were with their wife. Mm-hmm. And they were just like, yo, it's a different experience.
Yeah.
And they went back often looking, and they would turn over and they would see like a group of guys that are together on the trip and not feel phased because they did it already.
Yeah.
I ain't do it. So I'm going to look over and be like...
But see, that's my thing. Like I never want to do that. Because once more, and I must reiterate this, forever is a very long time. I don't ever want to sit back and say
forever.
I wonder. I never want to say I wonder.
The moments we share.
It's equivalent to the pressures that guys get when we take a woman's virginity.
Oh, that was mad dress. Yo, say that again.
That's a little extreme, but it's equivalent to that. Like when have you ever taken anybody's? No. Well, all right. So the pressure.
Nah, I've never taken.
So the pressures behind that is.
Does finishing account?
Huh?
Does finishing account?
I don't get that question.
Like does finish, like if she started it but like didn't go through with it the first time, and then all right,
I'm gonna move on with my point because I don't quite get what you're asking me right now, but the pressures of taking a girl's virginity is that down the line, especially if you're with this person long term, down the line, all they know is you. And drawing it back to my initial point, if you are in a relationship and you're around people who are not, and they're living their lives, they're enjoying themselves and stuff like that, at a certain point you start to wonder because one, you haven't built your resume because all your resume says is one. And when I say resume, I'm not even talking sexual. I'm talking experience general. If you have no experience going out on dates, you clearly don't know how to date. Thus, for hating dating.
That rhymed.
I know. I should have been a rapper.
Hating dating.
But so that's why I had to give such a drastic example. But yes, I encourage people to have fun while dating, and I encourage people to build that resume because it's imperative to your growth as an individual, especially for your next relationship. That's my personal take on
it. And before we get into this last point, right? What we're not going to do is lead Manny down the dark path and expect Manny to not articulate himself. We're going to hit me with the whole virginity thing.
Oh, my God.
And then be like, oh, I'm going to move on.
Oh, hell no.
Okay. Because I just processed everything. I just processed it. All right. Stop leading me down the path. You do that all the time. Every episode, you lead me down the path, and I jump into an explanation, and you look at me like,
because you be losing me. I be here with you, and then I lose you. I lose you. We be right here, and then I lose you.
You know I'm slow.
Damn, bro. Damn. I love you though. I love you.
Love you
Got
too,
nothing but
bro.
love you, bro.
Love you too. Love you too, man. Yeah.
But I don't know. Lastly, I think the only other advice I could possibly give is like just enjoy it. Just enjoy your time being single until it's time to say when. That's really it. Ultimately,
When is it time to say when, Rico?
when you've met somebody who meets you halfway. I'm not even gonna say meets you completely, because meet you completely would mean that person is perfect, which is not a true thing. They might be perfect for you, but it doesn't make them perfect.
What's your halfway?
My halfway, it varies. It varies.
Okay.
I would have to vibe with that person. That person would have to be spiritually connected. That person would have to be able to encourage me, would have to be able to challenge me. I can't stress it no more. I like to be challenged.
Did y'all hear the way he said it? It kept it moving. He likes ladies. He likes to be challenged.
This is not pimp out. What you're not gonna do? That's what we're not gonna do. But
challenged.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else can I think of? Yeah. That's what I got for right now. I'm not. What I'm not about to do is sit here and broadcast my type. So that people.
Because you don't want nobody to jump in your DMs with the answers.
It's not that I don't want nobody to jump in my DMs with the answers. I'm not looking for imposters. I'm looking for somebody who actually can fit the criteria. Don't just say that you that person because I said that shit.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't got much to say on this because, I'm married. This was really that's why we let you man this. This was yours. This was your thing for everybody. Yeah. But I guess
I was in the hot seat tonight.
Yeah, you was. That's not even a hot seat because you never dropped the juice. You always holding something back, but we're gonna get the juice out of you one day.
I feel like I dropped the juice
a little bit.
I drop the juice every episode.
You drop gems, not juice.
Yeah, I do.
Because I think the world wants to know Rico.
I am telling the world Rico. I'm telling the world Rico through my eyes directly.
All right. We're going to find out. Damn. But guys, do you have a message for everybody?
My message to everyone. Don't feel pressured. Kind of going off what Tasha said on the last episode. I can't say it verbatim how she said it because what she said was so powerful. But what I will say is don't allow anybody to pressure you into a relationship. What's for you will always be for you. And in that time, it will happen. Look for your best friend. If that person doesn't reflect who you are, maybe that's not the person for you.
I got my best friend.
You should be able to see a little bit of yourself into your person.
Okay.
Whether y'all don't have to have the same goals, but as long as your goals are similar, as long as your beliefs, your visions, as long as they're similar, I think you should be fine. But until then, enjoy being single. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being single, and I don't want people to feel like we're applying pressure on people to not be single. It's okay to be single. It's okay to date while being single. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You learn more about yourself. Take time to learn about yourself. Invest in yourself. That's my message tonight. Invest in yourself.
You heard it first. Invest in yourself, y'all.
Yes.
Can't go broke.
Absolutely not.
All right. With that being said, guys, we thank you for tuning into the good,
the bad,
the ugly. Peace.
Peace.